recall, the location of another of our tasks is not far from here.
We shall have to decide which is the most pressing. We cannot do everything at once.
To do. You really ought to have returned by now.
If there is aught you wish to know of vacations, mayhap I can advise you. 'Tis a vacation for those who seek to master the mystical arts. Magic. Mages can cast a wide array of offensive spells and aid their allies with magical support. However, the more powerful the spell, the longer one must spend incanting it. Thus, a mage is unlikely to last long on the field of battle without allies to protect them. Should you dedicate yourself to a vocation, you will find that new paths to master will open up to you over time. Try them as you like. Very well. There is no wrong choice in any case. It is entirely up to you which vocation you adopt. But I shan't take up any more of your time. Pray, be well.
To do. You really ought to have returned by now.
If there is aught you wish to know of vacations, mayhap I can advise you. 'Tis a vacation for those who seek. However, the more powerful thus, a mage is unlikely to last long on. 'Tis a vacation for those who seek to master the sword and shield. I am a fighter myself. And should there come a time when you impress me with your prowess, I might be willing to impart unto you some of what I know. Naturally, it is a vocation for those who seek to master at close range. However, a bow is nary more useful than a walking stick. Aye, the secret to being a successful... 'Tis a vocation for those who seek to master the dagger. Thieves favor light armor, which leaves them more their talents depend upon their finesse and ability to compensate for the length of their blade through sheer agility. Should you dedicate yourself to try them as you like. 'Tis a vocation for those, however, the more... Thus, a mage is unlikely to last long on the field of battle without allies to protect them. Very well. There is no wrong... But I shan't take up any...
if I were your master. Here at the inn, we also offer changes of vocation for those who seek it. I get so few customers, you see, that I can manage both roles myself. But enough about me. Did you need something?
Business could be better, but I'm scraping by. Do come again.
What am I to do? He really ought to have returned by now.
We might make the fruit labyrinth ourselves, or purchase some at...
So this is where you've been. Come with me to the village entrance. The watchhead's waiting for you.
A simple conversation oft reveals what a week of searching never could. Whom shall we speak with first?
What am I to do? He really ought to have returned by now. Mayhap 'tis time I went looking for him. That place puts my hairs on end. Yet if aught were to befall him, I couldn't live with myself.
Our road was a long one, but here we are at last.
How might I be of assistance? Do let me know if you're in need of aid.
Life's been pretty kind to me.
What am I to do? He really ought to have returned by now. Mayhap 'tis time I went looking for him. That place puts my hairs on end. Yet if aught were to befall him, I couldn't live with myself.
Twould be a wasted effort to journey to our destination, as we lack aught that was requested of us.
Is that you, Norbert? Oh, fie. I got my hopes up for naught. Wait, listen. Would you be willing to search for my brother? The brave fool said he was going to look for herbs and went off into the forest. I've seen no sign of him since. I'd go and search for him myself, only... 'tis a dangerous place. Understand? I'm not afraid of monsters. But 'twould hardly help anything if I were to run in there unprepared and get myself hurt now, would it? So I thought, mayhap you'd go in my place. You look like you could manage those woods better than I. Please, sir, I worry for my brother. Many thanks. Right. As for where I think he's gone, go into the forest and turn when you reach the tree with the bird's nest, keeping the cliff to your right. Ah, this won't work, will it? I could see the route in my mind's eye, but my feet know it better than I do. I don't think I could plot it on a map, and it's hard to describe. But my brother and I are the only ones who use that path, to my knowledge. I suppose there's only one thing for it. I'll have to show you the way. Just be alert. The monsters of the forest have changed since the dragon's attack. I'll need you to watch over me, keep me safe. You will, won't you? Right. In we go, then. My life's in your hands, friend.
We ought not dawdle when our aid is sorely needed.
Wish I didn't have to work to earn my bread.
Ah, you've returned. Good timing, too. I have questions for you. First and foremost, will you accompany me to the capital? My thanks. Are you ready to depart, or do you need some time to prepare? Very well. Speak with me once you've finished your preparations.
Come to think of it, some masters rearrange their party at the drop of a hat. One such arisen dismissed me after only half a day of service.
Each to their own.
As you wish. I shall return directly.
I don't like this place at all.
We have found a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
Seems naught ever goes right. This is a good spot. Let's stop here a moment. I've camped here with my brother many a time. No doubt he caught his breath here afore moving on, same as us.
Have you forgotten something arisen? You're looking rather lost. Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
You're well fond of picking things up, aren't you? If your pack grows over full, simply ask me to sell off your surplus items. I'll have the gold for you in a trice. Master, I've sold off the excess items in your pack for a bit of gold.
Leave the finding of equipment-enhancing materials to me, Master. I shall sniff them out and mark them on your map. We might make the fruit roborant ourselves, or purchase some at Rune's apothecary in Melve.
I enjoy tackling fierce foes and prefer combat's thrills to gathering items. I am confident and may act independently. We might make the fruit roborant ourselves, or... Master, I've naught more to say. Press me first. I know where we can find useful materials for enhancing your equipment, Master.
Follow me. We ought press on, lest aught befall my brother.
I know of nothing that demands your immediate notice. I found some materials we could use to enhance our equipment. You can view their location on the map.
What say we get some rest? I'm not sure I could face a trek with my belly so full.
Good sleep is the key to a good adventure. Our master is a changeable sort, making a careful search one moment, and charging recklessly into battle in the next.
Truer words were never spoken.
I feel refreshed and ready for a new day.
Off we go then.
I hope you slept well. I see you cannot manage without me for a moment, Arisen.
I don't like this.
Come to think of it, was there not another task we were to see to somewhere nearby?
Goblins approach!
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness.
Over so soon? Why, we seem to have come through unscathed.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes.
Am I the first to notice we've all got different vocations?
Our respective abilities are unique as well.
We must each of us hone our skills. A jack of all trades is a master of none.
What is it? Got a question about my training regime? Suppose that was an unlikely guess. None took to the training like you did. Open to enlist, then? No. A pity. I'd hoped to add you to our ranks. You'd seem like you'd be fit for battle, even if I were to call upon you on the morrow. Which is more than I can say for the rest. Apologies for assuming. We've had fewer folks looking to enlist of late, and I'm hungry for recruits. Many keep their distance on account of the instructor being a beastren. How very Vermundian of them. At the very least, I'd like to provide some decent training to the soldiers we have now. Easier said than done, especially when the weapons we were promised have yet to arrive. Tisn't like to boost their morale having rusted steel to train with. What I wouldn't give for some decent weapons and a soldier to act as an example. Someone with motivation to grow. Mayhap you could aid us. I know 'tis much to ask of anyone, let alone a stranger, but what else am I to do? Much appreciated. We'd welcome what you can spare.
Severan's request is quite understandable. Weaponry and motivated soldiers are the pillars of any military.
One can see far to the distance from here.
Perhaps we might take a moment to savour the scene.
You have my support.
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side. In battle, I shall follow your lead and prioritize support.
The power of magic is replete with possibilities. When next we meet, I'll dazzle you with the heights of my mastery.
Are you fit to travel? Then let's not dawdle.
Should you wish to pick your foes off from afar, you need look no further than an archer, such as I.
All paths fork in the end. There's no sense in lamenting it.
If ever you've need of an ear to listen, you have but to ask.
Well met. Have you any weapons for me?
Hang in there, Master. I am coming to assist.
Seems naught ever goes right.
At once, Master. Come to think of it, was there not another task we were to see to somewhere nearby? Efficiency is not the only factor worthy of consideration.
Oh, well spotted. Most impressive. Such a thing escaped my master's notice entirely.
Can anyone hear me? Please! I need help!
An ambush! Where was the fiend hiding? Arisen! Are you unharmed? Horse! Stay with me, Arisen. Wait right there. Tremendous work!
I'd thought I was done for.
Ah, it was a near thing. How are you feeling?
I think I'll be all right. But if you hadn't come for me, Thanks, Ian.
Save your thanks, Norbert. I'm your brother. And I ought to have come sooner.
From where I'm standing, all that matters is that you made it in time. Anyway, I'm eager to be rid of this place. Let's return to the village, shall we? The sooner the better. I've got to deliver these medicinal herbs to the people who...
Ah, you'll hear no complaints from me.
We must proceed with caution, lest our charge come under attack.
Thanks, friend.
You're 10 times stronger than Arlep.
So Norbert has been found, and none the worse for wear. Let us return him to Melv at once. Follow me, Master. I shall guide you to the location. A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
Eat! Eat!
This is my sort of place. The more the merrier. Over here, if you please. Very well. I shall return. Sir Norbert has been found and none the worse for wear. Let us return him to Mel at once. Fred, allow me to show you the way. You're in your hands. Much obliged.
It's a foe worthy of caution. Naught save our best will do.
True enough. Seems we haven't reached our foe. Might we not use their range to our advantage?
By your leave.
Allow me.
Wait a moment.
Thank you. I am in your debt.
Thank you,
We can ill afford to rush headlong into battle. Let us watch our foe carefully to determine our best strategy here. mind coming over here? A cave. Shall we proceed into the depths?
Tread carefully. One never can be too cautious.
Understood. Sir Norbert has been found, and none the worse for wear. Let us return him to Melv at once. Then follow me. I'll lead the way. A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way. Goblins, Master! Been doused in oil! You must stay clear of fire! That was superb, Arisen! It's hard to find my footing in this darkness. Very well. I shall go on ahead. Sir Norbert has been found, and none the worse for wear. Let us return him to Melv at once. Then follow me. I'll lead the way. A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
Hold fast, Arisen! I will be with you in but a moment.
Follow me, if you would. This way, Master! Goodness, we're higher up than I thought. Take care not to fall.
We ought to proceed with caution. Now seems a fine time to sort through your belongings, Master.
Lessening our load will help to keep us light on our feet.
Come to think of it, was there not another task we were to see to somewhere nearby?
We shall have to decide which is the most pressing. We cannot do everything at once. At once, Master. Ah, I'll take that. We might find a use for it.
Master, my heart knows no greater peace than when I am by your side. Hang in there, Master. I am coming to assist. Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients. No harm in picking a few.
Back at last. That was an ordeal.
Aye, I'm exhausted, but I can rest after I've delivered these herbs. I'll be back soon.
Good on you. Just take care, all right? You wonder why I don't follow him? So long as he stays away from that forest, he'll be fine on his own. When my brother told me he was going to fetch those herbs, I refused to join him. Said it was too dangerous. What with the monsters acting strangely of late. And I was right. But mayhap none of this would have happened had I only gone with him. My brother is always the one taking the initiative, while I stand around with my hands in my pockets. But today's misadventure showed me that the path forward is the one with fewer regrets. Even when you can't be sure where it leads. We managed to save Norbert, and perhaps that's all that matters. Still, I can't help but wonder if I couldn't have spared him some of the pain and fear he suffered. If I'd only steeled myself sooner. So from now on, I'm going to trust in my own instincts. Ne'er again will I let fear stop me from doing what I know to be right.
With Sir Norbert safely returned, Melv shan't lack for medicinal herbs. Two good deeds in one, you might say.
I would fain aid you if you are in need.
Make haste, then. We must leave anon. Very well. Speak with me once you've finished your preparations.
We might make the fruit robberant ourselves. Or purchase some at Rune's apothecary in Melv. Then follow me. I'll lead the way. A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way. Here we are.
Ah, well met. Here for some fruit, Roberant, are we? Between you and me, Cuz, they're mighty easy to make. Simple as combining the ingredients, if you know what they are. Always a pleasure.
We ought not tarry, but deliver what we have retrieved post-haste.
We have obtained that which Miss Flora requested. Shall we go and deliver?
Hello again, sir. Say, have you brought some fruit roborant for me? Oh, so this is what it looks like. Brilliant. Many thanks, sir. I haven't much to offer in return, but I'll be sure to tell Grandfather what you did for us. He'll want to reward you proper like, I'll bet.
One could not have hoped for a gladder outcome. Well met, sir. How might I be of service?
Always a pleasure.
Pray, call upon me again another time. Well met, sir. How might I be? Fancy a look at my wares?
Do come again. Fancy a look at my wares? Always a pleasure.
Really now?
Well met, sir. How might I be of service?
It's just another